Best GPUs without external power. Modern graphics cards are power-hungry, making it expensive for the user to play high-end games. The graphics cards without external power use less power, so are power efficiency. In this way, it saves the gamer from paying more money to get an appealing gaming experience. Instead of having a power connection to the PSU, such cards draw energy uniquely from the mother circuit. Hence, your rig can perform effectively while utilizing lesser power without compromising performance. In addition, with the best GPU without external power, you get all these benefits without spending much on electricity bills and other stuff. But bottlenecks often happen when you connect a lightweight GPU with an efficient CPU. You must pay attention to the compatibility between the processor and graphics card to avoid lag, bottlenecks, and other issues. Furthermore, you might hear that lower power requirements of a video module might cause a lesser performance than those with a higher power. This statement may be true if you haven't gathered enough knowledge before buying graphics cards without external power. Top 3 products. 1. MSI GeForce GTX 1660Ti 6 GB. 2. Asus Radeon RX 464 GB. 3. Zotac GeForce GT 1032 GB GDDR5. MSI GeForce GTX 1660Ti 6 GB. Specifications. Brand, MSI Series/Family, GeForce GTX 10 Series, GPU, NVIDIA 12nm Turing TU116 GPU Unit, GPU Architecture, NVIDIA Turing Architecture, Memory, 6 GB GDDR6, Memory Bus, 192-bit, Memory Clock Speed, 12,000 MHz, CUDA cores, 1536, Cache, 1.5 MB L2, Base Clock, 1500 MHz, Game Clock, Unknown, Boost Clock, 1770 MHz, Power Consumption, 120W, Cooling Fans, Dual Torx Fan 4.0, Display Connectors, 1x Display Ports, 1x HDMI, 1x DVI. The MSI GeForce 1660Ti GDDR6 is a GTX-based graphics card that offers similar features as other RTX cards do while being less expensive. For example, powered by Turing Architecture, the component comes with a 12nm fabrication procedure that runs the RTX line of the cards. The only difference is that it offers lesser ray tracing and tensor cores that set this GTX card apart from the other RTX cards. Compared to the GTX 1060 and 1070 lines, you get a minimized die size of 284mm superscript 2, more transistors, 6.6 billion, and a low power requirement of 130 watts, which is good news. Pros. Excellent price to performance ratio. Amazing cooling capabilities. Can be overclocked. Cons. May be expensive. Asus Radeon RX 464 GB. Brand, Asus Series/Family, GeForce GTX 10 Series, GPU, NVIDIA 14nm Baffin XT GPU Unit, GPU Architecture, AMD GCN 4.0 Architecture, Memory, 4 GB GDDR5, Memory Bus, 128-bit, Memory Data Speed, 7 gigabits per second Effective, Stream Processors, 896, Cache, Unknown, Base Clock, 1090 MHz, Game Clock, Unknown, Boost Clock, 1200 MHz, Power Consumption, 75W, Cooling Fans, Dual Fan Setups, Display Connectors, 1x Display Ports, 1x HDMI, 1x DVI. We have chosen the Asus Strix Gaming Edition as the best all-rounder graphics card without external power due to a number of reasons. There are 2 variants of the Asus Radeon RX 460 card, 4GB and 2GB, where we will review the predominant 4GB version. The card offers a memory clock speed of 7000 MHz and can boost up to 1256 MHz of frequency. It comes with AMD's Polaris architecture as expensive cards, RX 470, and RX 480 series. This architecture stands toe-to-toe against the card with NVIDIA's Pascal architecture in terms of performance but lags in power efficiency. Pros: impressive eSport gaming performance. Excellent for 1080p gaming experience. All-rounder performance. Cons: may be expensive. Zotac GeForce GT 1032GB GDDR5. Specifications. Brand: Zotac Series/Family, GeForce GT 10 Series, GPU, NVIDIA 14nm GP108 GPU unit, GPU architecture, NVIDIA Pascal architecture, memory, 2GB GDDR5, memory bus, 64-bit, memory data speed, 6 gigabits per second effective, shading cores, 384, cache, 512 kilobytes L2, base clock, 1228 MHz, game clock, unknown, boost clock, 1468 MHz, power consumption, 30W, cooling fans, single fan setups, display connectors, 1x HDMI, 1x DVI. This time, NVIDIA has played very wisely with Zotac GeForce GT 1030 and allows the users to buy an awesome performing graphics card at an affordable price point. The product has a basic pack of 2GB of GDDR5 memory that can run at 1500 MHz of memory clock speed with 46.1 GB per second of bandwidth. Also, the GPU has 384 CUDA cores and a 64-bit memory bus that is still good at this price. The Pascal architecture powers this entry-level chip and can help you enjoy lightweight games without spending much. Another plus point, you can connect up to 2 monitors with multi-display capabilities. Pros: affordable. Low-profile card. Quieter fan movement. Shallow 30W power consumption. Cons: slow and multi-rendering.